Hello everyone. So you've been thinking about starting keto diet and also intermittent fasting. I'm gonna share with you a story how I did it and what made it easy for me to accomplish this. Let's get to it. In case if you're new to my channel, my name is Simon. I usually share information about entrepreneurship, investment, and wellness and happiness. Let's get to it. What made a keto diet easier for me was I did not really think of it as a diet. It's more a lifestyle. What I mean by that is I start focusing and start understanding what the relationship I had with sugar and carb. If you stop and pause and take a look around your kitchen and also what you've been consuming, what you've been eating throughout the day, without knowing it, we used to consume a lot of sugar. Some of us maybe consume 100 plus grams of sugar, which means 1 teaspoon equals to 4 grams of sugar. So imagine if you consume 120 grams of sugar, that means you took almost 30 spoons of sugar that day. That's a lot. So with that, it was easy to get to, because even me myself, I used to drink a 20 ounce or 16 ounce pop, and that was equals to 2.5 serving if it's 20 ounce, and I think it's 2 servings, and it has almost 80 grams of sugar if you look at some of the sodas or some of the juices. So or some of it even a little bit more. So just that one bottle was equal to that. Then when you add, if you eat cereal or any other added sugar products, it was a lot of sugar. So the first thing I did was I cut out and I start paying attention anything to do with sugar. Then once I start eliminating that, I start also taking out carbs. So it was a slow transition for me. I mean, you don't have to do it that way, but I'm just sharing with you what made it possible for me. Because when you think about it, how your lifestyle is changing, it becomes natural to you. Then after a while, you don't even have to think about the diet. It's just the way you eat, it becomes different. So it's not so much of for losing weight. This is for your health. This is to take care of your heart, because too much sugar, it will affect at the end your body. Because I mean, if you take a look at the ratio, how many people, I mean, if you look at the stats, how many people deal with diabetes and high blood sugar, and all these diseases, all this sickness. So it's not about just losing weight. When I started it, partially it was for that, and also the other side of it is because while I was sitting working all day, I used to get really tired and fatigued because I wasn't moving around. And most of that is because the way I was consuming sugar. So the way I started noticing how much I started feeling better and how energized I was, how focused I was sitting on a desk. And I can spend hours and hours of working or doing exercise, walking around, playing tennis, whatever it is. My energy level really it increased to the point some of the days I used to sleep only 3-4 hours, and I don't really feel in any ways tired the next day, because how much you benefit from this. It's not really, I'm sharing this with you, it's not because telling you I did this, I lose the weight, you feel good, this and that. Yeah, that's the end result. That's the second benefit. But the first benefit is how you will feel. So let's get to it, where the initial purpose of this video is to share it with you that it's not that hard. If you think about, oh my God, how I'm going to live without carb, and you're thinking about what food I'm going to eat, how I'm going to do it, if you start thinking about it like that, yes, it becomes challenging. But do it like the way I did it. It took me at least 6 months or so. I completely went off of carb. I still get my carbs though. I still eat. I get my carbs from avocados, the green leaves I eat, the broccolis, Brussels sprouts, any vegetables I eat. On top of that, after doing it for a while, if you wanted to, add a little bit of bread or pasta here and there, as long as you minimize the portion, it's not, you don't have to be completely off of it and completely become isolate from it. It's something you can do 6 days out of the week, and if you cheat in one day, it's okay. The end result is always focused. This is about your health, how you feel. So based on that, you can go socialize, you can have a little bit of wine, you can have your beer once a while, you can have your whatever it is. I'm not saying be strict and become, this, you're not enjoying your life. I'm just talking about you can do it moderately, start slow. But the one thing I wanted to emphasize, and I want you to really understand, is once you start the keto, if you become strict for about 3 weeks, you will see the most difference. You'll start noticing a big, huge difference on your body, how you feel. Then that will give you a lot more motivation to continue. And you don't have to be, like I said, you don't have to be always strict. Once it becomes your lifestyle, once a while, if you go, hang out with friends, or you go to a party and have a little bit of a meal with the friends and family, enjoy that moment, it does not affect your life. But at the same time, what you do most of the time matters, what you do less once in a while. So the point of this video is, one, I wanted to share with you that how I did it slowly. I started by skipping breakfast. I got rid of the cereal and all the sugar content breakfast. I got rid of that, and when I start having my first meal, as after doing the intermittent fasting, I usually try to do some eggs, vegetables. Sometimes I used to add a meat with it, sometimes turkey, sometimes beef, sometimes tuna, whatever it was. I used to add a little bit to spice it up, to fill me up. But I slowly got rid of all the breads. At first I started going to one toast, then I completely took it out. Then slowly that became my go-to meal after doing the 16 hours of fasting. I'll have a big breakfast, even though it's late in the afternoon. The meal is, I call it, breaking your fast. So I call it breakfast still, even though it's not in the morning. So I always have that at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. That's what I used to have. Then I'll have a meal in the afternoon. Sometimes I skip breakfast at all, and I'll have my meal about 3 or 4. Then I'll snack a little bit about 7 or 8. Then that was I did that for a while, which helped me lose a lot more weight that way. Because if your initial target is to lose weight, if you minimize the portion of your your food you're consuming, that will benefit you too. So anyways, this is to talk about how you can start your keto diet, and the best way is start focusing how much sugar you're consuming. So start taking out sugar slowly out of your system, then slowly you cut out your carbs. If you've been eating a lot of sandwiches, now switch that from sandwiches to more of a meat-based meal, or maybe salad with a lot of chicken, or salad with fish, whatever it is. You can just switch to that, and don't worry about it. If it doesn't fill you up, just make sure you get some more nuts or some kind of seeds to snack in between. Don't feel like you're not 100% full when you eat at that lunch. It doesn't mean your body won't survive. It's just a matter of breaking that habit. It's more of a habit than your body needs those food. So yeah, eat a little bit, then snack a lot more. Those cashews and whatever, the sea salt pack. That's the one I used to love to get from Costco or Sam's. It's a mixture of nuts. It's a sea salt, a light sea salt, because the sea salt help you drink a lot more water, which fills you up too. So drink a lot of fluid, a lot of water throughout the day. Get rid of sugar, high sugar content food, and slowly get rid of the carb. Then as you go, you will develop your own system, what you love to eat, what you like to snack all the time. My favorite snacks are, like I say, is nuts and also avocado. I used to consume, I still do love to eat one avocado, sometimes two avocados a day, but I try to stay in one avocado per day deal. That is my go-to high-fat fruit. It will fill me up when I'm hungry right away. So thank you for watching. I hope this gives you a little bit of a push. If you've been thinking about starting your keto diet, you should. You will benefit the most out of it, not just on the losing weight, how you feel, how you look, how you move around, how you become more energized. So I will recommend it for you to really start as soon as you can. Take care. This is Simon again. If you didn't subscribe, make sure you do so as always, and also give us a thumbs up because it helps our channel grow. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.